In our leading story this morning, on a rather sad note, freedom stalwart Ahmed Kathrada has passed on. Kathrada had been admitted for brain tumor operation earlier this month and suffered post-surgery infections. Madiba's close friend and fellow Rivonia trialist has succumbed to post-surgery infections, which included a lung infection. Kathrada's health was confirmed to have deteriorated in the past day or so, and he had been sedated since his brain tumor operation. Well, Zakira Vadi, the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation spokesperson, joins us now on the phone line. A very good morning to you, Zakira. Thank you so much for joining us. A rather sad day for the foundation, but it seems the foundation had been preparing South Africans for today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It is an absolutely shocking and terribly sad moment for the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation. Ahmed Kathrada was ill for quite a while. He's been in hospital following brain surgery, and by yesterday his condition had deteriorated with both lungs being infected by pneumonia. So as much as I think the foundation was caught off guard today, or you can say we have been left shocked by this, he has been ill for the past couple of weeks. But that does not mean that a death would not shock you. I mean, it has been a terrible shock for both the Kathrada Foundation as well as the family.
Now, obviously, it might be a bit too soon to tell, but do you have any information regarding when a memorial might be held or the possible burial date of Mr. Kathrada?
Ahmed Kathrada's funeral will be done according to Muslim rites, and generally Muslim rites are very soon after the person has passed on. In this case, we do take into consideration that Mr. Kathrada was a public figure. There will be many members of the media, members of the public that would like to attend the funeral. All of those considerations are being borne in mind. And within the next couple of hours, we will be issuing a statement with all of those details that will specify the places where the public can basically extend their condolences as well as possibly attend the funeral.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Vogue Africa. That was Zakira Vadi, the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation spokesperson. We're joined now by Mielani Mkhabela, a political analyst. A very good morning to you, Mielani. Thank you so much for joining us. A rather sad day for South Africa. Mr. Kathrada's passed on. What was your reaction when you first heard the news?
I think coming from yesterday morning and following the story at Donald Gordon and other reporters that were there, I think a strong message was the situation is bad. And when Max speaks in the evening, I think he indicated as well that the condition is very bad, that he doesn't see it to be a promising one. And all in all, when I go to sleep, I was of that fact to say what might have happened as well. But when you look generally, we all look up to all these great leaders, these political activists, because they took us where almost we didn't even know the word democracy, we didn't know the word freedom, we didn't know even emancipation. So all these terminologies and freedom of speech came because of the sacrifices of these people. And you will understand that having them done that, they took our economy to a better level in the global community. And their passing is mainly a concern, but that I don't mean that it might affect the market per se, because the market might be already infected or calculated to the situation of Ahmed Kathrada.
Well, I'm just going to have to jump in there. We'll have to leave it there just because of time. We have to get more reactions. That was Mielani Mkhabela, political analyst. They're joining us on the phone line. We have now with us Kenneth Mokhatle, the PAC national spokesperson. A very good morning to you, Kenneth. Thank you so much for joining us. As the PAC, what are your thoughts and emotions on a day like this?
Good morning to you and to the viewers of AN7. As the PAC, we are very saddened by the passing of this great giant. We are also would like to join millions of people around the world to transcend and trajectorate our deep-felt condolences to the lovely family of Uncle Kathy, his foundation, and the entire humanity. We are also thankful for his family for having allowed Uncle Kathy to devote his entire life to the struggle of this country. We will remember that Uncle Kathy did not only stop after 1994, after the realization of the new dispensation, but he carried on because he believed that a lot needed to be done, the lives of African people needed to be improved. Many leaders of the PAC during the time in the Robben Island during apartheid regime, they worked very closely with many leaders from the ANC, SACP, and other liberation formations. Though we did not agree at many times, but we had a common goal, a very mutual goal of dismantling the apartheid regime, and we have done that. We have worked very closely to giants such as Ahmed Kathrada, Nelson Mandela, and many others from different liberation movements. And therefore, we are saying that we are very thankful for his contribution, immense contribution that he has showed to his country, the level of the heightened patriotism that he has demonstrated to the entire country. We must therefore celebrate his achievement that have helped to liberate his country. But we must, in doing that, we must also carry on with trying to improve the lives of African people, because we can see the living conditions are not really bearable, but there are achievements that people like Ahmed Kathrada have ensured that at least we are getting certain freedoms of our lives. We will remember that before 1994, many people many people were oppressed than today. Today, what we must do, we must continue with fighting for economic freedom, because that one is one of the elements that we never had after 1994. Though a lot have been done, but a lot needs to be done.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That was Kenneth Mokhatle, the PAC national spokesperson. We take time now to listen to some other reactions that came in earlier this morning.
Well, Uncle Kathy was not afraid to speak truth to power. And that's why I said earlier on that he was a fighter. He always wanted us in the ANC not to forget that we're saving the people of South Africa. We're not leading for ourselves.